What manga fans, back with another video reviewing chapter 7 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, JoJoLands. I'm gonna review this until like the second up to the end of this arc. Well, I just finish up the arc tonight. And focus on a different arc tomorrow. Alright, I don't know, I'm gonna catch us and stuff. I forgot to do it today. Shit! Damn, I'm so fucking lazy, aren't I? Right. I'm gonna do those reviews tomorrow. And a Toku and Pika reviews the next day. Or at least take a break in between them. That's what I wanted to try. So, yeah. I really am liking the JoJoLands so far. The part's pretty cool. So, oh yeah, I'm liking to see where the story goes and how the final battle will eventually turn out in a few years. And part 8 ran for over a decade. So we do not know how long part 9 will be. And part 8 is considered the longest part. In page count specifically, not in chapter count. Because in chapter count, it's the second shortest compared to part. Well, it's the second shortest compared to in the stand era, that is. Parts 1 and 2 don't count. Because it's pre-stands and in the hormone era. Stand era is the permanent era. You get my point. Also, YouTuber X4Tez has done a video retrospective on the 9-part on JoJolian, the 8th part, which I also did a review on, by the way, the part 8 manga. But again, I may eventually reread that for a proper review with more hindsight and more knowledge that I actually learned after the review. So, yeah, we still don't know if the Stipple manga is going to be translated on to the Shonen Jump app. Like, it's going to be released on the Shonen Jump app like Stone Ocean did. We don't know. Like, we don't know. If it does end up releasing a few chapters by week, or at least a chapter weekly, I'll be there to review them. Because other than this part, I want to review a chapter weekly. And the part 7 knowledge I got on what happens. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Let's say we'll work for a eventual re-review than just chapter by chapter. Well. Anyway. Enough said, let's get into the chapter. So, which is where we left off. With Jolio, Paco, and Dragona. Tango. Jolio trying to rescue us. As Jolio realizes it's out of his range. And Jolio knows the cats are behind us. This actually knows their range. He knows his range. 7 meters is his range. So this is quite unique JoJo part so far. Like, their stands are not physical stands for fighting. Which is quite interesting compared to part 5. Like, a lot of stands in part 5 are more stands that can punch. Their ability, yes, but they can still punch. You know, because they fight. But part 9 stands don't do that. Like, Dragona has smooth operators. Dragona's stand, it's more of a stand that can rebuild. Bucko's stand, it just is body. Usagi's stand, just requires some of the chain, can be used for fighting. Can be used as well with strategy. So it's kind of a battle stand, but it's also weaponry. And JoJo does not is the first JoJo not to have a punch stand with, you know, the usual bloody punches and stuff. Since everyone has no fists. This makes it the first non-humanoid stand for a protagonist. Like, think about all the past stands for the protagonist. They always have some very human butt look. They don't look strong. They still have punching abilities. Man, you can see Rocky really experimenting with the protagonist stands in a way to fight without using fist fighting all the damn time. Get even more creative with stand battles. Like Johnny had his nail bullets, but there's a limit to how many use them. So he must strategize how to use them properly. And even though Gyro did become a stand user at the end, but that's before his death, his final battle against Valentine, his fight with steel balls, which was unique. Josuke was mainly does have can punch with his stand, but some of its main abilities are his bubbles. That was more Josuke's way of fighting compared to the usual fist fighting. Which I think puts the abilities more up front and center compared to the just fighting. But I can't really say this until I read kind of mangas and finish the part. And watch the animes and stuff. And the movies. You get my point. Anyway. I don't know what to do. We can't do anything. I don't realize that the cats know their ranges. So it was over them, but in comes Usagi to the rescue. So Usagi how they fall apart. No, the cats are attracted to the rock and not the stone. Not the lava rock and not attracted to the diamond, the emerald, whatever it's called. Jody and he ate some poison, some food he gave the cats earlier. And not of actual poison, a different type of way of poisoning. And most thanks to his stand, managed to capture the two of the cats. Yeah, they say two. But there's more, but we know there's more than one. Jody ends up thinking about what Rohan said to him. Jody says even if he can't tell them things, but not tell, even if he doesn't tell them, he knows someone definitely overheard him at the condo. And you'll check on that cliffhanger. So we'll see how Jojo's story goes in the future. And will we any more additions to the cast? We'll see. Sometimes they do that. Bring more characters into the cast. Like part 4 was Rohan. Part 5 was Trish. Well, she technically replaced Fugo, but you get my point. Part 6 technically didn't do that. And part 7 technically was just Johnny and Gyro, with a bit of some allies like Wicked People and Hot Pants. And sort of enemy also a type of friendly name, which is Diego. So basically our main stand users for the entire part. And part 8, well, there was Ryan Mamazuku, but he didn't last that long. Yes, I did not count Shigechi because he didn't test. You only get one stand battle after his introduction, and that was against Kira, who, he got killed by. So I don't count him. You get my point. So maybe we'll see if Rocky will just focus on these characters or add another member to the cast. I do know there's another member joining in a few chapters. A 5th member to the team. But I don't know if Rocky will add more characters to be more like part. Add another character, be like the past again. Well, who knows? I have a question. Is the school principal a stand user? Or she knows about stands? And that's why she chose them. it's got me interested. See how this happens. So I'm looking forward to the conclusion to this arc in the next chapter. So thank you guys for watching. Enjoy my content. Please once upon want to see more, subscribe channel, relation bell. We think always good. I'll see you guys later for chapter 8, the conclusion to this arc. Guys, jump out.